Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Jinger Duggar reveals how family really felt about TLC edits. Counting on alum Jinger Duggar is back with a new podcast episode with her husband Jeremy. The two officially returned to their podcast after over 2 years of hiatus. The married couple likes to talk about many things about their family, especially during the reality show. But many were surprised when Jinger opened up about how her family disliked some of TLC's edits. Keep reading to see her revelations. Counting on. Jinger Duggar shares relationship with film crew. In August, Jinger released a podcast episode in which she talked about her relationship with the show's film crew. According to the Counting on alum, she had a strong relationship with almost everyone on the production crew, adding that some of them stayed in touch for 10 years and became family to them. Unfortunately, she believes they won't be able to do any more projects following her brother Josh's CSAM arrest. Jinger reveals family did not like TLC editing. On the latest episode of Jinger Duggar's podcast, she revealed that her family didn't like how some parts of the show were edited. "Maybe we felt like some things might have started to be cut in a way that we didn't like it," the Counting on alum confessed, adding that there are times when she'd go, "And it was like, I didn't say that." One of the bad edits Jinger mentioned was when she rolled her eyes in an interview, and TLC would put it out of context, making it look like it was for her mom and dad. "And it was like, no, I didn't mean that," she added. As a result, they'd sometimes watch rough cuts of episodes before they get aired on TV. Jinger added that they would rewatch the show to relive memories. "It's like our home videos, really, because so many years before it came out my parents were really good about taking home videos of those," she added. Counting on. Jinger Duggar recalls old episode. Jinger Duggar also shared a clip on Instagram from the latest episode of her podcast. The clip features the Counting on alum rewatching an old episode where she was so young. She was enjoying the snow with some of her siblings, and Jinger couldn't hide her happiness, reliving the scene again. "For us, we would get some snow, but ice storms will come through, and this one in particular is crazy," she added. Jinger Duggar has never shied away from being candid, especially as she's evolved into her own person away from the strict confines of the famous Duggar family home in Arkansas. Now, after years of reality TV fame and subsequent redefinition of herself as an adult, Jinger is once again pulling back the curtain on her life. This time, she's revealing how the Duggar family really felt about the way they were portrayed by TLC, the network that turned them into household names. Reality versus reality TV. To the outside world, 19 Kids and Counting was a spectacle, an intriguing glimpse into a supersized family with an extraordinary lifestyle shaped by their devout Christian beliefs. The Duggars' conservative values, homeschooling, and strict courtship practices were highlighted with a mix of curiosity and astonishment by audiences. But behind the wholesome facade meticulously curated by TLC lay a more complex reality that only those in the Duggar household truly understood. Jinger, who has long been considered one of the more rebellious members of the Duggar family, even before her more overt departure from the family's beliefs, has grown increasingly open about the nuances of her upbringing. In a recent interview, she disclosed how her family felt about their portrayal on the show, peeling back the layers of a world that was both carefully staged and authentically chaotic. The balancing act of TLC's edits. According to Jinger, one of the most striking things about their relationship with TLC was the network's desire to showcase the Duggars in a light that would captivate, entertain, and inspire viewers. On the surface, this meant filming the family's special moments, weddings, births, and holiday gatherings. But behind the scenes, the editing decisions were often far from simple. TLC was in the business of storytelling, Jinger noted, and we were both participants and products of that story. While the network focused on portraying the family as a cohesive, joyful, and morally exemplary unit, the reality was often more intricate. The Duggars, like any other family, had their disagreements, struggles, and moments of doubt. Things that were sometimes downplayed or excluded in favor of their image as a perfect, faith-driven family. The show's impact on family dynamics. Jinger admitted that being constantly filmed took a toll on her family. "We always knew we had to present a certain image," she explained. "There was a pressure to smile through everything and maintain this aura of unwavering faith and unity." This pressure was compounded by the fact that any deviation from the script, or any unflattering truth, risked damaging the family's brand, which had grown into an empire of books, speaking engagements, and TV specials. Some members of the Duggar family struggled with this dichotomy more than others. Jinger shared that while her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, leaned into the portrayal, recognizing its benefits for their ministry and lifestyle, some of the siblings chafed under the weight of the manufactured reality. There were times when one of us would be upset or stressed, but the cameras were there, and you had to switch to being happy in an instant. It was like living in two worlds, she said. The unscripted truths. While Jinger felt that TLC's portrayal of her family wasn't entirely false, it often skimmed over deeper issues that she feels shaped her upbringing in ways that fans of the show could never fully grasp. We were shown as a family that didn't struggle with real issues like anyone else, but that wasn't true, she said. There were conflicts that were never aired, moments of self-doubt, and times when faith itself was questioned. But the public only saw what was approved to fit into the narrative. One of the most poignant moments Jinger shared was the tension she felt as she began to carve out her own beliefs, different from those held by her parents. This internal shift, which came into sharper focus as she entered adulthood, was a story left untold on 19 Kids and Counting. I wasn't the only one questioning things, but it was easier to just not go there, especially with the cameras on. TLC wasn't interested in showing that side of us. Reactions within the family. Jinger's revelations also highlighted how various family members felt about the show's impact. Some, like her sister Jill, who has similarly stepped back from the family's public image, supported Jinger's desire to speak out. Others, however, were less receptive. There was always a divide between those who thought the show was a perfect platform for spreading our beliefs and those who saw the toll it was taking, Jinger explained. The Duggar parents, particularly Jim Bob, were known to be highly protective of their public image. According to Jinger, discussions about the show's edits were usually centered on maintaining this image. Dad had a very clear idea of what our family stood for, and he wanted the show to reflect that. Anything that could tarnish our values or make us look less united was something he would try to avoid. Life beyond TLC. Since the cancellation of 19 Kids and Counting and its spin-off, Counting On, Jinger has taken steps to establish her identity outside of the framework of reality TV. Moving to California with her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, has provided her with a different perspective, one that she's embraced openly in interviews and in her memoir, Becoming Free Indeed. Moving away and stepping back from that world gave me a chance to think about who I really am, not who I was expected to be on TV, Jinger stated. Her reflections have come with a mix of relief and sadness, relief at the newfound freedom to share her own story authentically, and sadness for the siblings still entwined in the lifestyle she's left behind. The show, she admitted, had moments of genuine joy and togetherness, but it wasn't the whole story. I'm grateful for some of the memories that were captured, like the fun times we had as kids. But I wish there had been room to show more of our growth and struggles too. The public's perception. Jinger knows that many fans have a hard time reconciling the Duggar family they watched on TV with the stories she and her siblings have shared in recent years. People sometimes feel missold, and I understand that, she said. It's hard when you believe in something so strongly and then learn there was more to it. Ultimately, Jinger's candidness reflects a desire to paint a fuller picture, not just for the fans, but for her own sense of peace. I can't change the way TLC edited our story, but I can share my own experiences now. And that's important to me. In speaking out, Jinger Duggar Vuolo not only reclaims her narrative, but also encourages a nuanced understanding of life behind the lens of reality TV, showing that what glitters on the screen isn't always gold.